Today's going to be a video all about why I want to be a Balance Athletica leader. They're doing a leader search for 2020 and I'm so excited to even have the opportunity to be part of their team. It would be an absolute dream come true. Quick little disclaimer, this is my second time recording this video because the first time I had my ring light here, the lighting was bomb, I was sitting down on a chair making this shit look super professional, and I just wanted this video to come out so perfect because this video means so much to me. But I realized by doing all of that, it just made me so stiff and I wasn't being my true authentic self. And so I just looked back at the video and I was like, nah sis, this ain't you know? So I sat my camera down in front of my desk right here, in front of a window with natural lighting, and I was like, this is what I always do. Why am I gonna change what I always do? So that's just a quick little reminder to everyone to just always be your true, authentic, raw self. I promise you, it looks so much better when you're being yourself. You look so much better when you're being yourself. Because when you're anything but yourself, it's just not gonna look good, okay? You being you is your power. You're unique and you're beautiful, and you shouldn't try to be anything but yourself. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome to the fam, and if you're not new, welcome back. Today is going to be a Balance Athletica leader search video. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to even work with this company. They mean so much to me and it's just so exciting. So today I'm just gonna be sharing why I wanna be a Balance Athletica leader. So here goes nothing. I'm gonna start off by sharing a little bit about me and my journey and why I feel like I relate so much to the brand and what they stand for. I'm opening up my notes here because your girl can't rant for too long because this video is not supposed to be too long. And my journey is very, very long. So I'll try to make this as short as possible. My life has never ever been balanced. I started off with gymnastics when I was 4 years old, and I did that for 11 years of my life. I almost went to train for the Olympics, decided to stop doing it because I didn't want to be homeschooled. I wanted to live my life. I wanted to enjoy high school. I wanted to go to prom, things like that. So I decided to stop doing gymnastics, but at one point that was my entire life. So I started off, you know, not so balanced. Then high school started happening and I continued eating the way that I was eating when I was in gymnastics once I stopped gymnastics. So I obviously started gaining some weight, but at the time I didn't even realize I was gaining weight because I had no idea what a freaking calorie was, and I had no idea you could even gain weight off food. I had no education at all when it came to nutrition and taking care of myself. Then I hopped into high school and I started drinking a lot, surrounded myself with the wrong crowd, started making bad decisions, and I was literally drinking like every single weekend. And obviously drinking will have you gain weight when done improperly and when it's not done in moderation, which it was not being done in moderation at all. I was crazy in high school. So I gained a lot of weight from freshman year up until junior year. I gained probably more between 20 to 25 pounds. And it was just all fat, and I was drinking very sugary drinks, and I was eating like crap, and I just always felt oily and gross, and I just felt terrible. And I was like, is this normal? Should I be feeling like this? And then at the time I had a friend who would always purge when she would overeat after getting the drunk munchies. You know, when you get drunk, you get munchies and you end up eating your entire freaking kitchen. So we would always do that. Every single time she would overeat, she would purge. And I was like, oh, that's such a smart idea. Like, get them calories out, girl. Me, dumb high school girl. So I started doing the same thing with her, and I created a very unhealthy relationship with food. Her and I created a very unhealthy relationship as friends. And I just realized that this can't be healthy, and I just felt so terrible doing it. And I was like, okay, I need some help. So I started looking into stuff, started educating myself a little bit more, started looking into calories. I started counting my calories, and then once I started counting my calories, I started obviously dropping some weight. I didn't know much about macros. I was just making sure that I was in a deficit. So my deficit started at like 1,500 calories, then I dropped it to 1,200, then I dropped it, and at one point I was literally eating like 800 calories a day. and I dropped 30 pounds in 6 months in a very unhealthy manner. So after that, I started going to a bodybuilding gym, and a coach offered to train me for free to train for a bikini competition. So I started competing. I was competing from 2016 up until 2017, the end of 2017, and I did 9 shows from the time I started to the time it ended. So I was competing for a year and a half, and I did 9 shows in that year and a half, which is insane. And again, it was just, I was jumping from one extreme to another to another. So my first extreme, gymnastics, then dieting, first gymnastics, then drinking to the extreme, then dieting to the extreme, and then competing, which is a whole nother level of extreme. So I competed for that long. After my last show, developed a very unhealthy relationship with food, would binge and purge literally almost every single day for 5 months. And I started getting acid reflux, and my teeth, I now have 10 cavities, which I'm now getting filled, but I just realized that I have 10 cavities. Sometime last year, the dentist told me, and I knew it was from that. And I came out to my followers about it, and I told them everything that had been going on, and I knew that I needed help. So I stopped tracking my food, and I started focusing more on my mental health all of 2018. And 2018 was incredible. I moved to Tallahassee to be with my boyfriend. He was going to school up there at the time, so I started going to school up there, and I was doing very, very, very well. I started going to music festivals, started living my life. I started shuffling. If you're into EDM and all that, you know what shuffling is. And just recently I picked up hooping, which is another form of flow art. And I really, really love music, and it has expanded my mind, and it has opened my heart and my mind to a new way of thinking and living. It is insane, and I'm really grateful for it. So all of 2018, I was doing great. I started my online coaching business, which is doing absolutely incredible. It's still doing incredible to this day, and I was doing fine. And then in December, I had never felt like 100% confident in myself, and I've never felt 100% balanced and happy. So I thought getting implants would fill that void for me. So I invested, and I got myself big old implants in January of 2019, and they were great for a few months until they weren't. So I got my implants in January. My boyfriend got a really good job opportunity back home in Miami in May. So we moved back home. We moved back in with our parents after a year and a half of living together, which honestly wasn't the greatest idea, but we wanted to save money. So as soon as I moved back home, I kind of felt this bad energy almost. And I feel like it's because I picked up a lot of bad habits in that house, and I felt like all the bad habits and all the energy that I once created there was like coming back into my life. And then in August, I relapsed back into my eating disorder. And then right after that, I started having a lot of health issues. I started having vertigo, panic attacks, chest pain, ear pain, head pain, blurred vision, you name it, I had it. I was in and out of the ER weeks at a time with no answers as to what was going on. So after relapsing into my eating disorder, I obviously told my following about it. I'm always very open and honest with them. I got a lot of good feedback. I told them that I like to make sure people know that they're not alone, and I would love to help as many people as possible who are going through an eating disorder, because it is just so dangerous, and they need to know what they're doing to themselves. So I told them about my cavities. I told them about, it can cause a lot of internal health issues, and it's just not worth it. So I started going to therapy because I knew I couldn't recover on my own. And I started doing very well with that, and I haven't binged or purged since then. Since I talked about it to my followers on Instagram, I have not binged, I have not purged, and that's because honestly, I've never wanted recovery more than I wanted at that time, and I knew that I was really gonna make a difference this time. And I'm just in such incredible place, physically and mentally, with food in my body right now. All that being said, recovered from my eating disorder, continued having health issues, pretty bad. I was in a very dark place. I couldn't train for weeks, like about 8 weeks, and I just wanted answers, and I felt so unlike me physically and mentally. I just felt like Kristen was gone. I was like a different person. And I tried to do everything to make myself feel better, but nothing was really working. And that's when I started looking into breast implant wellness, and I was like, okay, hell no, these boobs like must be what's doing this to me. And I just felt like something was telling me to get them out. And at the time I wanted to get them out because I thought it was gonna make me feel better, but I actually started thinking about it and I was like, okay, Kristen, it might make you feel better, but it might not make you feel better. So you have to be wise about your decision. So I really sat down and I thought about it for a few weeks. And after doing a bunch of research, I was just so grossed out by them that I was like, okay, no, this can't be good for my body. My body deserves so much more than this, and I just want them out. No matter how they're gonna look after, I know my future self will thank me for this decision. So I just got them out recently, now in January of 2020, and I am feeling so incredible. I am so happy with where I'm at physically and mentally with my body and my relationship with food, and so many of the symptoms that I had before getting them out are gone. No more back pain, no more vertigo, no more weird mental things, no more brain fog. I do still have something a little bit wrong with my neck, but I think that's just because I pulled a muscle, and my spine doctor thinks I may have like a little bit of nerve damage there. So I'm actually gonna get a shot for that soon to see if that helps. Like they're gonna inject like a steroid or something like that in there to help the inflammation of the nerve. So hopefully that helps that, but everything else has subsided. I feel so incredible. I feel so like me again. I love my itty bitties so much. And I'm so happy with my decision. And right now, where I am right now, this is the most balanced my life has ever been. My camera died and now it's at 1%, so I have to hurry. But I'm just so happy and content with where my life is right now, and I'm really happy with the decisions I've made to get to where I am, and it just feels so good to finally actually have balance in my life and not be at an extreme anymore, because I've been at an extreme my entire life, and it just feels good to be able to enjoy everything in life in moderation. By the way, sorry for the echoes, but I just got a new apartment, so apartment tour coming soon. And lastly, another reason why I would love to be a Balance Athletica leader is because not only do I relate to them and what they stand for as a brand, but their clothes just makes me feel so confident, and I honestly never seen a brand create such a beautiful community of people, and I've never seen a brand bring so many amazing people together like a family and be so supportive towards one another. And there's nothing more that I want from a brand that I want to be in, you know? I just feel like they're a family, and to me that's so important when it comes to being with a brand. We need to be like a family. There needs to be a big support system, and I really truly see that with Balance Athletica. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Wish me luck for this leader search. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you can get notified every single time that I post a video. I love you guys so much, and that's a wrap.